I'm Carl Toftvold, the game designer of Songs of Conquest. Songs of Conquest is a love letter to the classic turn-based strategy games of the 90s, and in our game you'll control powerful magicians called wielders. Adventure awaits as you send your wielders to explore maps filled with enemies, magic sites, treasures, and powerful artifacts. But finding treasure and exploring is only the start of it. You need to invest your riches in both expanding your town and raising a grand army, because sooner or later you'll face the enemy in combat. Each turn, your troops generate essence, a magic resource that fuels and unlocks your spells. Anything from simple buffs to cataclysmic damage dealers. In combat, there are many things to consider. Your troops can move, attack, and use abilities, like placing stakes in front of them. Moving to the high ground gives many benefits, but moving away from an enemy lets them attack you, so carefully consider your choices. And speaking of choices, you'll have 4 different factions to play as in Songs of Conquest. Arleon is the remnants of an empire, now broken up into many warring baronies. Knights are joined in an uneasy accord with the Fae, magical creatures of the woods. Rana, the swamp dwellers, scattered by their enemies. But a mysterious wielder has risen, uniting the folk of the marsh to rediscover their true strength. In the declining barony of Loth, cultists excavate ancient ruins for arcane artifacts. Loth will stop at nothing to bring back its former glory, even if it means bringing back the dead. The wealthy merchant states of Baria employ artificers to keep them one step ahead of their enemies. The volleys of muskets and the roar of the Hellbreath bring terror to all who oppose them. Songs of Conquest can be played both in single-player and multiplayer mode. The game has 2 campaigns and several skirmish maps. And it will also include the same level editor we have used to create all maps and campaigns in the game. We are very excited to show you the game soon and hope you'll join us for the adventure.
It has been a long road. However, all stories must come to an end.
that fear. The most primordial fear of them all. The fear of the unknown. We are right to fear it. Behind that veil of the known lies cosmic madness. Join the cult of knowledge. Collect that elder blood. Feed the pool of knowledge. For ancient might demands sacrifice. Find the source of madness. Stop what is to come.
I have met him doing my camp patrol near the North Rope Gate. He just came at us like a raging bull. First he knocked my friend with a shield. I managed to draw my sword, but...
Little man with funny hair, I angry. Little man too fast. Quick shiny stick in it.
Many undefeated warriors have I redeemed to dread of another Greek sword-bearer. My pride was my doom, as I have never witnessed so smart, deft, and cunning warrior. This is how we fought, and this is how we died. The dead can share the untold legends of Achilles.
ミステリーには謎があり、謎を解く手がかりも必ずある。私はこの頭の中の思考空間で謎と手がかりをパズルのように組み合わせ、仮説を導き出し、論理の道をつなげていく。
Live action mystery adventure game, The Centennial Case, a Shijima story. A family who have suffered a chain of inexplicable deaths over the span of a century, the Shijima family. Mystery writer Haruka Kagami pursues the truth behind 4 mysterious murder cases. Transcend time and relive past murders. In search of the fruit of youth, the Scarlet Camellia has committed murders that span a century. What is their true identity? Stories from the past come to life with a multi-role system, where each cast member plays multiple characters. The victim in one case may end up being the culprit in another. The first case takes place 100 years ago, in 1922. The player first sees the entire murder as it unfolds with their own eyes. All of the clues needed to unravel the mystery can be found somewhere in the video itself. and you can check clues and information on the characters involved in real time. Use the clues you have gathered to come up with a hypothesis in the cognitive space. Which hypothesis is the truth? That's for the player to decide. But some hypotheses may lead your deduction down the wrong path. Select the correct hypothesis to track down the killer. Build together a connected path of logic and identify the killer. Make the wrong decision, and a bad ending will await you. Haruka Kagami, the main character, is an up-and-coming mystery writer. Sharp and perceptive, she excels at solving mysteries, as well as creating them.
その時軸と白骨死体にどんな関係があるんですか?
Eiji Shijima is the other main character. The second son of the Shijima family, he plays a vital role in this tale.
俺が見つけ出して、それを未来の医療に役立てたい。
These two will work together to confront a 100-year-old mystery. Uncover the truth of the murders. 4 murder cases, and mysteries that run deeper still. Solve the mystery behind death and find the answer to life. The Centennial Case, a Shijima story. Pre-order the game today. Get the early purchase bonus, a mini soundtrack containing 12 songs produced by the composer Yuki Hayashi.
Based on a cool story. '80s themed, tequila-driven action vendetta. Featuring a spiky hero with a thorny past. One unfortunate cactus breaks bad. In a hardcore journey versus merciless drug cartel. To avenge the family. And solve the mystery of the past. Turn the tables. Flip the switch. Obliterate the enemies. Drive the forklift. And don't trust the donkey. What the juice?
Hola, cyber friends. I'm Bruce Campbell. You know me as Ash Williams, the dude who saved the world from evil. I'm here to bring you the lowdown on the upcoming Evil Dead the game. You and your friends will team up as classic Evil Dead heroes to live the nightmare. You'll use savage finishing moves or tear evil a new one. Or, if you're not into the whole save the world thing, we have another option. You can play as the vile Kandarian demon itself. But who would want to do that? He'd be a dick. With the power of possession in your arsenal, you'll scare those goody two-shoes to death. Literally, you can do that if you're a dick. Whether you choose the path of evil or righteousness, you'll be throwing down in places you've seen before. You'll collect pages of the Necronomicon, uncover Nobi's lost tapes, and track down other legendary artifacts. When you've grabbed enough, you'll use a spell to send the Kandarian son of a bitch back to the hellhole it came from. Soon, you'll experience the horror yourself, but for now, I'll leave you with this thought. It was no accident that Ash always wore brown pants.
I'll spoil those good.